So, it's that time of year again. Apple has dropped new iPhones. Which one should I get? The lineup feels different, a bit more complicated. Brand new iPhone 17, Pro Max, top flagship, iPhone 16 Pro Max, last year's champ, now cheaper, iPhone Air, a new category trying to find its place. It can get confusing. Choosing the right phone is a big deal. You'll use this every day for the next 2, 3, maybe 4 years. It's your camera. It's your connection to the world. It's your entertainment hub. And more. Small spec differences can change your daily experience. Need the absolute best camera? Is the lightest phone most important? Or want max performance per dollar? We'll break those questions down. We'll go deep on all three phones. Screens, batteries, cameras, chips inside, new designs, new colors, prices. Not just specs, what they actually mean for you. My goal, clear, simple info so you can decide. No marketing hype. Let's start with a bird's eye view of these three devices. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is the new king. It has a massive 6.9-inch display. The big story is the design. It's built with a new grade 6 titanium. That makes it feel incredibly premium and surprisingly light for its size. It's rocking the brand new A19 Pro chip. It has the best battery life Apple has ever put in an iPhone. It features a next-generation camera system with a bigger main sensor. It also has a new periscope telephoto lens. It's the everything but the kitchen sink phone. Zero compromises. Then we have the iPhone 16 Pro Max from last year. This is the familiar champion. It still feels incredibly fast with its A18 Pro chip. Its 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR display is still one of the best screens on any phone. The camera system with its 5x telephoto zoom remains excellent. It's built with grade 5 titanium, tough and relatively light. Now that it's a year old, its price has dropped, very tempting for pro features at lower cost. And finally the wild card, the iPhone Air. This phone is all about being incredibly thin and light. It has a 6.5-inch display, still big, but the body is slimmer. It weighs significantly less than the Pro Max models. To achieve this, Apple made some trade-offs. It uses an aluminum frame instead of titanium. The display is what you look at every single time you use your phone, so it's a huge part of the experience. The iPhone 17 Pro Max takes things to a new level. It features a 6.9-inch Super Retina XDR display, but the key upgrade here is the peak brightness. It can now hit 2,500 nits, which makes a noticeable difference outdoors in direct sunlight. Of course, it still has ProMotion technology, allowing the refresh rate to go from 1 Hz up to 120 Hz. That range makes everything feel incredibly smooth. Scrolling through social media, playing games, it's the best display Apple has ever made. Now let's look at the iPhone 16 Pro Max, 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR display, almost identical in core tech. It also has ProMotion for that super smooth 120 Hz refresh rate. Its colors are just as vibrant and accurate. Main difference, peak brightness tops out at 2,000 nits. For most people, that's still incredibly bright and usable in almost any lighting. Unless you hold them side by side in the harshest sunlight, you might not even notice the difference. The iPhone Air is where things get interesting. It has a 6.5-inch display, slightly smaller than the Pro Max models. The colors and sharpness are excellent. To keep the phone thin, to differentiate it from the Pro line, Apple did not include ProMotion technology. That means the screen is locked at a 60 Hz refresh rate. Coming from an older iPhone, you won't notice much. Used to 120 Hz ProMotion? The difference is immediately apparent. Scrolling feels just a little less fluid. Under the hood, the chip is the engine of your iPhone. And this year we see a clear separation in power. The iPhone 17 Pro Max debuts the new A19 Pro chip. This is Apple's latest and greatest silicon, built on a new architecture that's even more powerful and efficient. For everyday tasks like sending texts or browsing the web, you won't feel a huge difference. But for heavy users, people editing 4K video on their phone, people playing the most demanding console-quality games, people using intensive pro apps, the A19 Pro offers a noticeable speed boost and handles these tasks without breaking a sweat. It's pure, unadulterated power. The iPhone 16 Pro Max runs on last year's A18 Pro chip. Let's be clear, this chip is still an absolute monster. It can handle literally any app in the App Store with ease and will continue to feel incredibly fast for years to come. For the vast majority of users, even power users, the A18 Pro is more than enough horsepower. The jump to the A19 Pro is more about future-proofing and pushing the limits of mobile performance than it is about a necessary upgrade for today's tasks. So, choosing the 16 Pro Max is not settling for a slow phone, it's choosing a ridiculously fast phone that's just not the fastest anymore. The iPhone Air creates a new tier. It uses the standard A18 chip, not the Pro version found in the 16 Pro Max. This is a similar strategy Apple uses with its base model iPhones. The A18 is still very capable and faster than many chips in competing flagship phones. It will handle all your daily apps, social media, and casual gaming flawlessly. However, when it comes to really intensive tasks like exporting a long video project, you will notice it takes a bit longer than on the Pro models. It's a smart compromise to hit a certain price point and design goal without sacrificing the smooth, everyday performance that people expect from an iPhone. When it comes to battery life, the hierarchy is simple. The iPhone 17 Pro Max, with its larger size, more efficient A19 Pro chip, and the latest battery chemistry, is the undisputed endurance champion. For many people, the camera is the most important feature of a new phone. The iPhone 17 Pro Max takes the lead with a significantly upgraded camera system. The main sensor is physically larger, which means it can capture more light. This results in cleaner, more detailed photos, especially in challenging, low-light situations. But the biggest hardware change is the new periscope telephoto lens, which now offers a 10 times optical zoom. This is a huge leap from the 5 times on the previous model, allowing you to get incredibly sharp close-up shots from much farther away. Show split-screen 10x zoom from iPhone 17 Pro Max next to 5x zoom from iPhone 16 Pro Max of the same distant subject. It's the most versatile and powerful camera Apple has ever shipped. The iPhone 16 Pro Max camera system is still a flagship-grade setup. It has the same triple-lens design, a main-wide, an ultra-wide, a telephoto. Its main sensor is excellent, and its 5 times optical zoom is still incredibly useful for portraits and for getting closer to the action. For most photos and videos you'll take, the quality is virtually indistinguishable from the 17 Pro Max. The only areas where you'll see a clear difference are in very dark environments where the 17 Pro Max's larger sensor pulls ahead and when you need to zoom in beyond 5 times. The iPhone Air makes a significant compromise in the camera department to achieve its slim design. It features a dual camera system similar to the one on the standard iPhone models. You get a fantastic main-wide camera and a very good ultra-wide camera. However, it completely lacks a telephoto lens for optical zoom. This means if you want to get closer to a subject, you'll have to rely on digital zoom, which is essentially just cropping the image and results in a significant loss of quality. The photos from the main camera are still beautiful, with great colors and detail, but the system lacks the versatility of the Pro models. Ultimately, the decision for many will come down to price. The iPhone 17 Pro Max sits at the very top of the pyramid, starting at $1,199. For that price, you are getting the absolute best of everything Apple has to offer in 2025. You get the biggest and brightest screen, the fastest chip, the longest battery life, and the most advanced camera system with that impressive 10 times optical zoom. You're paying a premium not just for the performance today, but for the future-proofing that comes with having the latest technology. It's for the person who wants the best and is willing to pay for it without hesitation. Dropping down a tier, the iPhone 16 Pro Max now starts at a much more attractive $999. This is a significant price drop from its original launch price, and it represents a massive value. For $200 less than the new model, you are getting a phone that is 95% as good in most real-world scenarios. The A18 Pro chip is still incredibly fast. The 120Hz ProMotion display is still gorgeous and smooth, and the 5 times telephoto camera is still a pro-grade tool. You're giving up the latest bells and whistles, like the 10 times zoom and the extra bit of battery, but you are getting a true pro iPhone experience for a much more palatable price. The new iPhone Air slots in just below that, starting at $899. This pricing makes the decision very interesting. For $100 less than the 16 Pro Max, you are getting a phone that is brand new, but with some specific targeted compromises. You lose the ProMotion display, the telephoto camera, and the titanium frame. What you gain is a phone that is dramatically thinner and lighter, with a sleek new design. You're not paying for raw power or camera versatility, you're paying for design, comfort, and portability. It's a different kind of value proposition, focused entirely on the physical feel and user experience of holding the phone. However, for most people watching this, the most worthwhile iPhone this year is going to be the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It hits the absolute sweet spot of price, performance, and features. It represents the smartest purchase in the lineup. That's the bottom line. For the majority of people looking for a new high-end iPhone in 2025, last year's flagship is this year's smartest buy.